What's going on, crafters? So, February is just around the corner. That means Valentine's Day and all that lovey-dovey mushy stuff. I personally don't do a lot of Valentine's Day decor around my house. To me, it's just not a holiday that I typically decorate for. But I just saw this heart in Dollar Tree and I thought, oh, I could definitely turn that into something a little more my style. So I'm going to show you how I did that. So as you can see, there's this ribbon that's holding the heart together and the pieces are kind of separated. I want to make it one whole piece, so I cut those off. And then I'm going to take some sandpaper and take off the glitter on the front of this vine. So once I got all that off, I'm going to go ahead and fill in this little hole at the top. I don't want to hang a sign from there, so I'm just going to fill that in so I can paint over it. So I'm going to go in with this apple barrel white paint and I'm just going to paint the entire sign. So this is where things got a little tricky. I thought it would be super easy to just glue these together after I painted it, but apparently not. I'm not exactly sure why the hot glue didn't work, but it just wouldn't stick. I think it was because of the paint, but I then tried super glue. That didn't work either. So I just went ahead and flipped the entire thing over and hot glued some of these big popsicle sticks to the back, and it held it together just fine. I would suggest hot gluing it all together before you paint it. So after that fiasco of trying to get all the pieces together, I end up using this Waverly Antique chalk paint to try to dry brush over the words, because unfortunately the words were showing through that white paint even after 2 coats. So I thought that this maybe would cover it, and it actually did the opposite. It ended up popping those words out even more, the follow your heart that was on it originally. So, but with mistakes, in crafts, you just kind of have to go with it. I ended up just covering it entirely with this antique paint, and I love the way that it turned out. It looks a lot like real wood, and I'm not entirely sure I would have got this effect if I wouldn't have messed up and painted it white first. So I'd have to give that a try later and see if that would actually work and come out this color. But I ended up really loving it, and I hope you guys do too. So my boyfriend's name is Jimmy and my name's Michelle, so I decided to use this Waverly white chalk paint and these stencils just to put a J and M on the heart. So this is the first time I'm actually using these stencils I got at Michael's, and I'm really nervous, trying not to mess it up, because with all the other disasters that happened tonight with this thing, I was extremely nervous that I was going to mess it up or that it wasn't going to come out right, but it ended up coming out just fine, and I absolutely loved it. So I definitely thought it needed something a little more, so I cut some of my lavender stems and just hot glued that to the side. And then I took some jute string and I tied a little like a shoelace tie, and I hot glued that to the bottom of those stems just to kind of cover that up a little bit. Now I'm just going to use some nautical rope and hot glue that to the back for my hanger. So even though I had a lot of mistakes in the beginning, I think it turned out wonderful. I think it's a great Valentine's Day piece to go on our wall, kind of like our first one. But I loved it. I hope you guys loved it, maybe learned something too. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I really appreciate all the new subscribers. And happy Valentine's Day, guys. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.